I never thought I would feel so invisible in my own relationship. My name is Kevin, and at the time, I was engaged to a woman named Sarah. We'd been together for 4 years, and I truly believed we were building a life together, one full of love, trust, and shared dreams. Or at least that's what I thought. Thanksgiving was just around the corner, and I was genuinely excited to celebrate my first holiday as a real part of her family. I've always loved Thanksgiving, the warmth, the laughter, the smell of roasting turkey, that sense of togetherness. I saw it as a chance to bond with her family, to make memories, and to show her parents and siblings that I was a man worthy of their daughter's love. A few days before the holiday, I called Sarah to confirm the details. "So, I'm really looking forward to coming to your family's dinner," I said, feeling that holiday cheer. "What time should I come over?" There was a pause on the other end of the line. A long, awkward pause. Then she said almost casually, "Kevin, about Thanksgiving, it's just family this year. I think it's better if you don't come." I froze. The words caught in my throat. I couldn't process what I was hearing. "Wait, what do you mean, just family? I'm your fiancé. We live together. I thought I was part of your family. We're planning a life together." There was another pause, and then she said softly, almost dismissively, "I know. But this year it's just my family, you understand, right?" But I didn't. I didn't understand at all. How could I understand being excluded from a holiday meant for love and togetherness? The very kind of tradition I thought we were building together? Something inside me just cracked. It wasn't only the exclusion. It was the casual way she brushed me aside, the complete disregard for my feelings. I tried to stay calm, but I could feel the anger rising. "Sarah, I don't think you understand. I'm your fiancé. I should be there. I'm part of your family now. Excluding me like this, it hurts. It makes me feel like I don't matter." Her voice softened again, almost apologetic, but there was no real remorse in it. "Kevin, it's nothing personal. It's just this year. Maybe next time." I couldn't believe it. I had imagined this day so differently, laughing with her parents, helping carve the turkey, sharing stories, making real memories. Instead, I was being told to stay home. I felt like a complete outsider, invisible, as if all the years we had spent together meant absolutely nothing. That night, alone with my thoughts, I started to reflect on our entire relationship. And it hit me. This wasn't the first time I had felt excluded or dismissed. There were subtle comments, invitations I wasn't extended, and major decisions she made without even consulting me. Suddenly, all those little things started adding up. And now, with this Thanksgiving incident, the pattern had become undeniable. Sarah didn't value me as her partner. She didn't see me as an integral part of her life. That's when I realized something important. Love isn't just about living together or saying vows. True love is about inclusion, respect, and acknowledgement. And if she couldn't even acknowledge my presence during a holiday meant to celebrate family, then what kind of future could we possibly have together? The next morning, I made my decision. I called her. My voice was calm but firm. "Sarah, I've been thinking about yesterday, about Thanksgiving, and about our relationship. I can't ignore the way I feel excluded, unimportant, invisible. If this is how you see me, if this is how you treat your partner, then I can't continue with this engagement. I need someone who values me, who sees me as part of their life, not someone who just leaves me on the sidelines." She was silent for a long moment. Then she tried to protest, to explain it away, to promise it wouldn't happen again. But I didn't argue, I didn't plead. I had already made my choice. I ended the engagement that day. It wasn't easy, it wasn't dramatic. There were no shouting matches, no tears, no vindictive comments. I simply walked away from someone who didn't see my value, who didn't treat me as an equal, and who excluded me from the very life we were supposed to be building together. The weeks that followed were difficult, of course. I mourned the future I had imagined with Sarah. I questioned myself, wondering if I had overreacted. But every single time I thought about that moment being excluded from Thanksgiving, her casual dismissal, the way she made me feel invisible, I knew I had made the right choice. So I started to rebuild my life. I focused on my friendships, my hobbies, and my own personal growth. And I came to understand that being with someone who values you, respects you, and includes you in their life isn't optional, it's essential. Love without respect and inclusion is just a hollow word. Months later, I heard from mutual friends that Sarah had gone ahead with her family's Thanksgiving as if nothing had happened. I didn't feel anger or jealousy, I just felt relief. Relief that I no longer had to fight for a place in a relationship where I was unvalued. Relief that I had chosen myself, my dignity, and my happiness over someone who couldn't see my worth. Looking back, being excluded from that Thanksgiving dinner was the best wake-up call I could have ever received. It revealed the truth about our relationship, forced me to confront the reality of who she was, and pushed me to make a decision I probably should have made long before. Sometimes betrayal isn't about cheating or big dramatic lies. Sometimes it's much subtler, like being treated as if you don't exist in someone's life, even when you've committed your whole heart to them. And when that happens, the only way forward is to reclaim your life, your worth, and your happiness. Now I'm in a much better place. I've learned to recognize the signs of disrespect early on, to demand respect, and to never, ever accept being excluded from a life I deserve to be part of. That Thanksgiving, as painful as it was, became the turning point I needed to finally walk away from someone who did and see my value, and in doing so, I found myself again. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever felt like this, know that you're not alone and your feelings are valid. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.